I realized something today as I read Bob Rotella's Golf is Not a Game of Perfect. The first chapter in this book is about dreams, and not the dreams that occur while you sleep, but the dreams that we project ourselves in the future. He tells the story of a college golfer at a very prestigious university, and this golfer is struggling with his game. So Bob asks him what his dreams are, what he plans for himself, and he responds that he's a good golfer and a good student, and that his dad has a good company where he'll be able to get a good job at. The conversation very quickly grinds to a halt, and then Bob asks him what excites him, and right away the golfer perks up. The university that he attended had an extremely talented basketball team, and he loved following them. He would camp out for tickets, he traveled on the road with them. He was a fanatic, for lack of a better word. Bob looked at him and told him flatly that if the golf team at the university was held to the same standard as the basketball team, that he wouldn't be on it. And the golfer looked confused. Bob continued, the coaches on the basketball team not only recruited for talent, but for attitude as well. To win a national championship, each and every player can not only just be talented, but they have to have a burning desire to win and must be willing to do whatever they are required to in their role to do so. He then asked if his golf coach had ever talked about winning a national championship, and the player replied that he hadn't. And in fact, the team was so excited just to make nationals that after they missed the cut, which is a golf term for getting eliminated halfway through a tournament, they threw a party. I have a feeling that this player went to Duke, but that's just, I digress. The other day, I talked about having a why, a guiding light, a target that you set out way ahead of you that you are able to chase after. I had felt pretty good about that piece of content, if I'm being honest with myself, which I try my best to. Having a why is extremely important, but what I realized is it doesn't do much good if you don't have a what. One of my mentors, Mike Dunn, has told me that he wants to be the best shooting coach in the world. One of my friends, Denzel Sullivan, has said that he wants to be the best real estate investor in the city, and then potentially beyond. Having a why is important, but even the most powerful why will fail to make an impact if you don't have a what. For example, Byron Nelson, owner of the greatest single season in golf history, wanted to own a ranch. He wanted it more than anything in the world. How was he going to accomplish that though? Golf. That was his what. The why was what allowed him to put the time and effort necessary into that chosen discipline to then manifest it, to bring it to fruition. In 1945, Nelson won 18 tournaments, including 11 in a row at one point. That is a record that I would bet on in my lifetime will never be broken. Years later, he was asked how he had accomplished such a feat. He said that he realized that at the time, he viewed each tournament as part of his ranch. The land, the fences, the hired help. He didn't enter these tournaments looking to win golf tournaments. He was looking to make his dream come true. I had figured something out the other day, but what I realized today was what a why does is it allows the individual to pursue any given what to its fullest extent. Obsession is a word that is looked down upon in our society often, but it is exactly obsession that allows the world's greatest performers to reach the pinnacle of their discipline and stay there. I have said that my why is to help people overcome pain and try to find purpose in their lives. So what are the disciplines that I can use to fulfill that goal? As a basketball trainer, Each and every player that I come into contact with has the potential to do unbelievable things, both within the game of basketball and outside of it. It is my job, to the best of my ability, to teach, guide, and push them to reach that potential. Because in doing so, I set them up in the best way that I can to live a life that is full of purpose long after the ball stops bouncing. As a content creator, the only content that I can produce is my authentic self. I would be lying to myself, as well as all of those who consume my content, if I were to put on an act in front of the camera. Any influence that would be gained by doing this would be fake, and it would force me to live a lie constantly. And finally, as just a member of my social circle, to love people. And to me, love isn't some nice, sweet, kind of mushy, emotional response. It's truly wanting the best for people. And what that means is it might not be necessarily what they want in that particular moment. I believe that the best way that I can accomplish this is twofold. One would be to do my best to live a purpose-filled life and do my best to lead by example. The second way would be to tell the truth and accept the consequences that come from that. Something that I've contemplated recently and started to see evidence of is not everybody who is in trouble is looking for help. I have to be ready to walk away from situations that don't benefit me. And it wouldn't be out of anger or out of spite, but there has to be a realization that if a person is constantly taking energy from me, that is not energy that I can then give to someone else. In any of these things, if my motivation was monetary, notoriety, clout, I wouldn't engage in any of them. I am well aware I am far from a celebrity basketball trainer and probably even further away from a celebrity content creator. However, I am fully aware that these things are byproducts of success and may eventually come to me. My focus, however, is on a greater goal. My why of helping people transcend pain and trying to find purpose in their lives. And I'll accomplish that through the disciplines that I have chosen to pursue. My what. And that is what will help me overcome any why.